Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Saturn conjunct Neptune in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Saturn conjunct Neptune in a natal chart, there may be tremendous powers of concentration, which is Saturn in attaining your dreams and fantasies, which is Neptune. Now, let's say if Neptune is in Scorpio, as an example, those dreams and fantasies may be tied in with psychology or locksmithing. It may be connected with a major change or transformation. It could be something associated with embalming, working as a coroner, a surgeon, something with the occult, which includes astrology, forensics, investigation, deep research, as some examples. Now, another thing, too, is that Saturn conjunct Neptune can also manifest in working laboriously, which is Saturn, in going after your ideals, which is Neptune. Now, let's say if Neptune is in Capricorn, as an example, those ideals may be tied in with business, career-related matters. It may be doing something with Capricorn-related, whether it could be architecture, construction, masonry, dentistry, accounting, information technology, something associated with politics or the government, as some examples. Also, too, you may sacrifice, which is Neptune, much for the father, older people, and authority figures, which is Saturn. Now, if Saturn, for example, is in Sagittarius, those people one or more may actually be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are philanthropic, benevolent, optimistic, exuberant, enthusiastic, philosophical, but at the same time may be overly blunt or foolhardy and self-righteous as well. Now, another thing about this aspect is that the career, which is Saturn, and dreams, which is Neptune, may be strongly integrated. Now, let's say, for example, Saturn, say, is in Aquarius, that career may be associated with altruistic humanitarian work, or it may be something connected with astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, meteorology, innovation, aviation, rocket science, as some examples. And it could be very strongly tied in with one's dreams. And now, another thing about Saturn conjunct Neptune in a natal chart, it may also be expressed in possible chronic issues, which is Saturn, associated with the feet, toes, pineal gland, or lymphatic or immune system, which is Neptune. Now, let's say, if you have conjunction in Aquarius as an example, those issues may be more sporadic, erratic, intermittent. They may be nerve-related. If the conjunction is in Capricorn as another example, maybe they're more consistent, more enduring, may occur more in older age. Bone-related, as some examples. Now, also, too, Saturn conjunct Neptune in a natal chart may also manifest in tremendous inspiration and idealism, which is Neptune, in connection, with responsibilities, which is Saturn. Now, let's say, Saturn as Pisces as an example. Those responsibilities may be for those that are less fortunate than yourself. They may involve a lot of sacrificing of your time and energy. Maybe there's some responsibilities that's connected with boating or fishing, or something that involves chemistry or spirituality or the metaphysical, which includes astrology as some examples. And also, too, Saturn conjunct Neptune in a natal chart may also be expressed in where, the work or career, which is Saturn, may be associated with poetry, dancing, spirituality, photography, again, or the metaphysical, which includes astrology. And the thing is, if the conjunction, say, is in Capricorn, as an example, that work may have maybe more longevity connected with it, maybe more consistent, enduring. There may be more powers of concentration that is associated with it. Now, another way that this aspect may pan out in a natal chart is that the father, which is Saturn, may be seen as someone who's altruistic, compassionate, forgiving, but yet may be passive and deceptive, which is Neptune as well. Now, let's say, for example, Saturn, let's say, is in Libra. The father, may be a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the traits of the sign. It could be someone that's very charming, diplomatic, tactful, refined, cooperative, compromising, equitable, fair, someone that will fight for justice when necessary, but at the same time may be very indecisive and ambivalent as well. Now, another thing about this aspect and how it may manifest in a natal chart is that career-related matters, which is Saturn, may be nebulous and unclear, which is Neptune. There may be certain confusion regarding the direction one is supposed to go, needs to go in terms of the career. Let's say, Saturn is in Aquarius as an example. The career, maybe something tied in again with astronomy or astrology, humanitarian, altruistic work, something with meteorology, aviation, innovation, computers, electronics, rocket science. And another thing, too, about this aspect is that there may be some weakness, dissolving, dissipation, which is Neptune, associated with the bones, the knees, the joints, hamstrings, or gallbladder, which is Saturn. Again, if you have this conjunction in Aquarius, those issues may be more sporadic, erratic, intermittent. They may be more nerve-related. If the conjunction is in Sagittarius, as another example, the issues may be on a larger scale. Another thing, too, is that, about this aspect is that fear, which is Saturn, in some instances may be the self-undoing, which is Neptune. So, the thing is, let's say, Saturn is in Scorpio. It might be some fear of making a major change or transformation, in one's life, or having some kind of intimate connection with somebody. And another thing, with Saturn conjunct Neptune in the natal chart, it may also manifest in hidden adversaries, which is Neptune. It could be those that are involved in business, politics, or the government, or doing some other Saturn-related field, such as construction, or architecture, or dentistry, as some examples. Now, if Neptune, say is in Scorpio as an example, those hidden adversaries, one or more may actually be a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are very sneaky, surreptitious, resourceful, resilient, empowering, transforming, probing, incisive. May also be jealous, manipulative, and vindictive as well. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying stay